Welcome to the Raymond School District number 14 regular school board meeting on this Monday, September 15th, 2025. This meeting is now called to order. It is 6:30 p.m. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education, excuse me, in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is a time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in the agenda. Please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. It's just disappearing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Natalie, could we have roll call of attendance, please?
Ed Robinson.
Here.
Jennifer Gonzalez.
Here.
Mike Towers.
Here.
Audrey Costed.
Here.
And Keith Katzenson.
Here.
Thank you, Natalie. Verification of public notice pursuant to 19.841 Wisconsin statutes.
The meeting was posted in all the usual spots: schoolhouse doors, e-Vergent, Village Hall, online. Media were notified and are present.
Okay, thank you. We go to approval of the agenda of this meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda of this meeting.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda for this meeting. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is consent agenda. After reviewing A, B, and C, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the agendas, or the consent. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm half awake, sorry.
So we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So first up is A, approval of regular meeting minutes from 8/18/25. Is there a motion to approve?
That's these, isn't that these? That's the consent agenda. So we're approving everyone separate? I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the regular meeting minutes from 8/18/25. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We did not have a workshop in August as that was our community picnic. We'll move to the financial reports, and Jeff, will you guide us through that?
Okay, so just a few things to note. Again, you see the cash disbursements. There was the summer payroll, which is why there's 3 payrolls. So teachers, that was their last contracted payroll on August 5th. So that's why you see 3 of them there. If you scroll down a little bit, there's something that's new. So we have ACH payments now. So these are replacing checks. And what an ACH payment is defined in Skyward is the vendor gives me the bank information, their bank information. I pay via an upload to their bank. I pay them directly instead of sending them a check. So a 1 ounce stamp is 74 cents. So I guess every little bit helps. Plus it's easier for me to pay vendors by uploading an ACH payment. The difference between that and a wire transfer, some wire transfers are agreements that we have with, like, for instance, Anthem and healthcare and life insurance. Those are automatically debited, so they're not generated by me through Skyward. So you'll start to see wire transfers and ACH payments from now on. So the general fund reconciliation. A few things to note. We received our August 2025, we received our tax settlement from the previous fiscal year. It's called a receivable because it's accounted for in the previous fiscal year. A couple other receivables we received. We closed our savings account that was accounted for in Fund 39, moving it over to just pure accounting. So we have Fund 39 in the general checking from this point on. We received a refund from United Healthcare. Previous person paid the July bill and we did not need to do that, so we have, we're like a day off in our bill, and so now I can be on time. If you scroll down a little bit, for the cash disbursements and wire transfers on this page, we paid off our line of credit. Our line of credit was $750,000, so it was $18,369.86 in interest. So that's all paid off, and it's paid off early. And then the checks that we, not a lot of activity, but August tends to not be, and I'm sort of micromanaging expenses at this point for cash flow. So September, you'll see more activity. The next one is the Fund 27. There was no Fund 21, no activity in the bank account except for interest. One thing that's missing is the balance sheet. The reason why is because the auditor gave me journal entries for the fiscal year on September 2nd. I went on vacation on September 3rd or 4th, I can't remember. And I got back on the Tuesday, and then we had our finance meeting on the 10th. I did not want to give you the balance sheet because I want it to be accurate as of this month. So I have to do a number of entries for July and August, and I didn't want it to be out there that it's not truly what we have. There's nothing alarming or anything. I'm not trying to hide anything. It's just we had a number of entries from the auditor to get our annual report done. So I've learned that I don't do anything quickly in Skyward. I take my time, because those of you that are used to QuickBooks, you can delete something. Once you put it in Skyward, it's there literally forever. You literally cannot delete it. And I'm sort of OCD with it, and I don't want to just put it in there and then have to make another correcting entry. So that's one of the reasons why you don't see the balance sheet today. But I owe you some. The next one is the monthly financial report. Again, just pure accounting. There's some things that I notice on there for when I do the next budget. So the next meeting is our annual meeting. You'll get a revised budget. So the budget numbers on here will look a little different, because for a couple months I've lived in this budget. So I have a better idea of where our expenses are and our revenues, mostly expenses. So some of those budget numbers will be different. It won't be drastically different, but just by doing this particular report, when I look at it, I'm able to sort of see, because I like to account for things correctly, and if they weren't budgeted for, I just have to make sure that I'm having correct budget numbers. So if you scroll to the last page. So you just the recap of everything. I do like to show you on the last row where our August fund balance ends up at. So can you scroll down more? Yeah, there we go. So again, just for reference, where we end up, it's combination of cash and liabilities and assets, and but it still gives us a good representation of where we're at as far as like pure fund balance and what money we can use and have available. The next one is the cash flow, I think. So again, anything in white is completed. So it will guaranteed will change from one month to the other. So my projection for August from last meeting, we spent less than I projected. So this is where we ended up with in pure cash at $554,000 at the end of August. Revenue, a big revenue driver was our tax receivable. And then you'll see in the LO, which means line of credit, we paid off the $768,000, and that's where that number comes into play. So again, September, probably have to borrow on our line of credit. It probably won't be that much, but there's the rest of it is where I'm projecting. If you scroll to the next page, you'll see the comparisons that you'll start to see. So last August, we had 1.2 million. One of the reasons for that is because we didn't pay off our line of credit in that month. So it looks like we had a lot more than we did this month. But that's just sort of how things went last year. So this year we're on time, and it's a pretty normal year as far as moving forward, what we'll probably be doing. And then if you scroll to the next part where we have our revenues. So today we actually got our equalization aid, September 15th. That helps a lot. But the next time we actually get any significant amount of money is in December. So that's one of the reasons why we have to borrow. So that's all I have for today. We didn't have any donations that I deposited. We have been getting donations, but there wasn't any that I deposited in August.
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions? No? Need a motion to approve the financial report?
I move to approve the financial report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the financial report as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we come to the fun part. This is our school showcase. And
So-
Mrs. Ally Walsh.
Yes, thank you. Mrs. Walsh is here tonight. She is childless for the first time. Well, she has her own kid here, but she is studentless, I should say, because our students that are in musical, many of them have started fall sports, like immediately, and we're actually running that at the exact same time that the musical was going on. And right now, as we speak, they're wrapping up cross-country meet for our school. So hard for us to ask, hey, wrap up the musical on a Sunday and come present on a Monday. Although you're a little bit, crazy apparently because you're here to present. But again, it was a wonderful performance. Mrs. Walsh does a fantastic job. We did not ask her to come and do 2 musicals in less than a calendar year. But again, she's got a passion for it. So I just want to personally thank her for her commitment. And this summer, she was here smiling every day with kids. And it was, I shouldn't say running around, because they really weren't. They were hanging out, learning their parts, and they were really regular. It was 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock every day, like clockwork, and it just really came together beautifully. So kudos, nice work. She does have a little presentation here, which is including our program.
Yes.
So,
If you wouldn't mind being my screen person. Oh, I have to press this. Okay. Better? Oh, there we go. Sorry. All right, everybody. So yes, really great show that we just had. Such a joy to just be involved with it. This is our program, and so this is what was displayed at our show, and then we have a QR code as well for the families to access it. We were really blessed to have some businesses sponsor this year, which really helps our show. The cast has opportunities for shout outs, which is fun in the program. We did have a chance to include our Raymond School strategic planning to get the information out of all the great things that we're doing at our school, to just get the word out and to communicate all the wonderful planning and hard work that we're doing because we love our school. Notes of thanks, including Mr. Genovese was a huge help. Thank you so much since you're here. Thank you. Just a wonderful resource for our sound to do a a great job with sound production for our show, so thank you.
As we're getting to know Jeff, once in a while he surprises us and says, I know how that works.
Yes.
And in this case, it was the really expensive sound equipment, and he was like, oh, I can show you. And he's not, it's pretty impressive, so.
It is, yes.
Side talent.
Bonus.
Jeff used to be a band director,
Ah, okay.
so it makes sense, for sure. It tracks.
And then following, you can see some pictures of the kids. Oh my goodness, I really did just love our show. My mom helped to make many of their costumes, and then the families did a great job also being willing to purchase costumes as well. And so you can see our Merr sisters at the top, followed by Scuttle and the Gulls. Just so fun. Ursula, one of my personal favorites, my mom made her tentacles that actually lit up with LED lights. And then my mom made the eels as well. So, yeah.
The best was when we had our different performances for the students, the little kindergartners, when she came out, she was in the dress, and they all went, oh,
Yeah.
because she
yeah.
was glowing.
Yes. Very, very cool. The following picture, these are 8th graders. I will miss them so much. Such hard workers. Such hard workers. A lot of our cast is graduating this year. I think this picture is cool because it kind of shows the setup that we're able to provide with all of the fundraising and sponsorships that we get, that we have this level of performance at our school, I think is incredible. And it really, I think, says a lot for our school that we're doing stuff like this. It's so, so great. These are our leads, Ariel and Prince Eric. They did a phenomenal job. My mom also made her fin in the front. She didn't want anything too fitting, so she has her fin there. And then we have Flounder. My mom made some of her costume, and then her mom made some of it. And then we have King Triton at the bottom with Sebastian. My aunt made Sebastian's hat and vest, and then my mom made King Triton's robe.
Anderson was
Yeah.
our lead in Beauty and the Beast as well, right?
Yes,
He was Beast.
yeah,
So I
he was
asked
Beast.
Anderson, why are you all the hairy roles?
Right?
He's King Triton with a giant white mullet,
Yeah.
and flowing hair, and then he was
Yeah.
the Beast last year.
He did such a great job.
And he plays sports, and he's in a
He does.
band,
Yeah.
and that's why he's not here tonight.
Yep,
Busy kid.
he is. Chefs, one of my personal faves, Chef Louis and his chefs, sporting his inflatable costume. Yeah, I loved that one. So fun. Oh, here are our kids, guys. Here are our students. We had a bigger cast this year for this show. Probably like 15 kids more than Beauty and the Beast because it's building, which is exciting for me. You know, and being the one who is largely leading it, it's just great. I'm so super proud of them. So yeah, I think that was our final one, the cast
Yeah.
picture. So
Was the board, any members able to make it? Did you get a chance?
yeah, thank you so
You
much.
probably lived it for a few months with some songs, I'm guessing.
yeah.
Keith?
Daughter pilot. His daughter was the pilot in
Yes.
But thank you to our administration. Thank you to our board for supporting the arts at Raymond. It's incredible, and it means so much, and it helps me to be great to, you know, just doing something that I love with such a supportive team and board. So thank you guys very, very much.
Thank you for all your hard work.
And again, it's I use the word crazy in a really good way. She's crazy about music, and both of our music teachers here are very committed, and it shows. Our students, the passion for music and the arts is really strong, and so thank you for your hard work, and we certainly appreciate that. You've got some time off now, between now and I think the next big thing is the concert season. So, you know, I'm not sure what you're going to bring us for that, but just teaching in the middle, kids show up. So.
Is there another musical on the horizon?
Well, we have our talent show, which is May 19th, and then our next musical next year, so.
Okay.
Talent show is next on the Bay. Well, we have the talent show and concerts and all that good stuff. So excellent.
you could really tell the kids enjoyed it. We saw them I didn't get to make it this weekend, but I did see them at open house, and the girls were sitting there singing and giggling and having a good time. It was really good seeing the excitement in their eyes too about it. So thank you, Ms. Welch.
Okay, we move to the public portion of the meeting. Members of the public wishing to address the board on any topic that is posted on the agenda are required to complete a public input form before the beginning of the meeting and submit it to the board clerk for consideration.
We do have one request for a public input, and that was Dory.
Before I start, I want to pass out some information so that if you two will share, you'll understand where I'm coming from with this stuff. Because most of you weren't on the board at the time this was done. Okay, basically, those emails talk about Fund 39, about moving the money into Fund 10. And according to the information we received that you moved the money that was from the last referendum, the $104,000 interest, but it doesn't tell us where can you tell me where it went? Did it go to Fund 10, Jeff? Where did it go? It's in Fund 39. Because there's no Fund 39 on this sheet, that's why I'm asking. Okay, so you're just putting the money from that savings account into the checking account? Correct. But you're still keeping track of Fund 39? Correct. Okay, okay. And then, the reason I'm asking is because there is a penalty on if you move from Fund 39 to Fund 10, our tax revenue limit worksheet, there would be problems with that. And I'm not seeing in the packet the $300,000 that we borrowed and the $600,000 because there's no fund balance for that right now. I'm just curious, a lot of the community would like to see how much of those loans you're paying off every year, but you're not showing it in the packet. And I know you have to pay it off every year because on June 5th, I think Audrey was the only one here at that time, when you borrowed it, in the minutes it says the loan is payable in annual installments with the interest rate of 6% per annum from the date making the loan the 15th day of March next year annually as provided by law. So I think it would be a good idea if you would show that this is being paid down, because right now in the packet it's not being shown at all.
So I'll have the Fund 38 bond schedule for those for the three bonds that we have right now. So we have the two straight trust fund loans, the $300,000, the $600,000, those are in Fund 38. And then the energy efficiency loan from 2014, that one's also in Fund 38. I have the bond schedule for those, and so when they get, the first interest payment is this month. So I will, in the September financial report, I'll make sure that I have the bond schedule there for everybody for all of those payments. And then you can see what the schedule is for all of those payments. It's very, it's already set in stone. And so I will make sure that everybody at the board has that too.
Okay, and then I have one other request. I took a photocopy of this. There was no public notice on the internet for the last finance meeting. So if you didn't have anyone attend, that's why it was not on the internet. You know,
World
that's-
Wide Web.
Yeah.
I'll have to double check and see why that would have been. I know it was posted in our usual spots, but I'm not sure why on that day it didn't go on the website,
Well,
so.
just because most of us nowadays are
Sure.
internet people, we're not going to travel to the town hall. and
I'm
look.
glad you internet people and you checked on that, that's good. So it was, I know it was posted, but we certainly, we can look into that piece of it for sure. For the record though too, we are becoming very regular in our meetings. It's always the first Wednesday before the board meeting for future reference. And in the month we're in, we also call out the date of the next meeting. So in the minutes from the last prior financial committee, that's always the next date is, and we mention it there too. So
Yeah, 'cause
we
usually-
certainly want to make sure it's out there.
Yeah, because the last meeting I was at, it was said, well, we either do Wednesday or Thursday, we'll let you know. Well, it
Sure,
never came out.
sure.
So,
We'll try and stick to the Wednesday piece. So again, at any time, we also offer up, call us if you have a
Okay,
question.
so-
So I didn't realize that there was a question about the emails you had shared, but
so, the dates now is going to be every Wednesday before the meeting at what time?
the Wednesday prior to the meeting, and I think we picked 4 o'clock.
Okay,
So the
That's
10th
good.
at 4 o'clock, and then next month, it would be the 16th at 4 o'clock.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what a lot of us wanted to know. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you, Dory.
You're welcome.
Okay, we move on to district business. Annual seclusion and restraint report from Donna.
Yes, every year we have to report, and Donna is the keeper of the data.
So just in looking at the data from this past school year, so this is data from 24-25 school year, we did not have any incidents of seclusion and 1 incident of physical restraint. And that data is recorded for the school year and also shows a decline in both of those procedures from the previous year, where there were 3 incidents of seclusion and 4 incidents of restraint. So things are really trending in a positive direction. I'm happy to report all of our special education staff this year are trained, even our new hire that we came in right at the end of August, because we were hiring for a paraprofessional. So all of our staff in our special education department are certified in training to implement a seclusion or a restraint. So.
Okay, thank you, Donna. Next is our strategic planning update from Mr. Leach.
Yes, we have had lots of meetings, and we had our workshop on the first Monday of the month, per usual, and talked a lot about this there. There's a recording of it online if you want to watch. Just talking through the process, the survey, the feedback, the community engagement, the meetings, and what you see here is the cover page of the 4 areas that we identified for moving our district forward. This is obviously not exclusive. It's not all the work we have to do, but it certainly guides us. The goal here is alignment from top to bottom. Everybody on board this great ship is able to understand what it is we're working towards. So we have 4 major areas: educational experience, community and culture, safety and infrastructure, and financial management. After all the discussions